The purpose of today's video is to introduce to you part 2 of our historical fiction unit, which will be the creation of a Mythbusters website with your Lit Circle.
The objective of your project will be to create a website with your team that aims to answer the essential question, how does your novel mirror and/or contradict the particular age it represents? You will include materials that fulfill the purpose and product requirements listed below. Your website should be interactive, provide multimedia experiences, not just words on a page. Fill out the K, what do you know, with what you know about the historical context, events, setting, and characters of your novel.
Some of the website requirements are research and commentary on the major elements, character, conflict, plot, setting, and how these elements were kept true to history, how they were changed, and why it matters. We'll conduct mini lessons along the way to help guide you. For the flipped classroom assignment, fill out the W of your KWL chart. What do you want to research?
The majority of your research must come from primary sources. You must parenthetically document all material used in your website from your sources. Failure to document is plagiarism and will result in a very sad you. For your flipped classroom assignment, go back to the K and the W. What do you know or want to know about primary sources and parenthetical documentation? We will use this information to create your first mini lesson on primary and secondary sources and MLA documentation.
On your website, you will need to have original media, interviews you conduct, pictures of locations, etc. Found media would include YouTube, interviews with authors, historical documentaries, image searches on Google. Remember that all sources must be cited.
The final website requirements, you need to include a works cited page. This includes direct quotes and ideas found from sources other than your brain. Failure to complete a works cited page is not an option.
All due dates and resources are available on the Unit 5 Historical Fiction Mythbuster website. This is separate from the Historical Fiction IRP page. We figured it would streamline the information to just what was specifically relevant to the website project. On it you will find information, not just your due dates, but your mini lessons will be posted there. A paper format of this information will be listed on the website as well, and anything else we as your teachers find that we think would be helpful.
For your individual role, you are responsible for creating a page within your website over your reading expertise, character, conflict, setting, or plot. You and you alone will receive a grade based on the effectiveness of your page. You must include all components listed in the website requirements on your individual page. You must parenthetically document each quote, idea, and media artifact taken from outside sources. This includes pictures or images. You should include at least 2 to 3 sources and 4 to 5 quotes or paraphrases. Essentially, your individual page should be formatted like a body paragraph. Its aim is to answer the essential question for your specific reading purpose. How does your reading role mirror and/or contradict the age in which it represents?
As a group, you'll create a homepage for your website that introduces your novel and its overall themes. You want to create interest in your audience. This introduction should be formatted just like the introduction to a website, so pump it up. Include a thesis statement as the last sentence that clearly answers the essential question. How does your novel mirror and/or contradict the particular age it represents? You'll create a works cited page for the website as a whole. This will be a separate page of your website. It must include, in proper MLA format, all sources used on your website. Your novel must be cited here as well. Remember, failure to complete a works cited page is not an option.
As a group, you will also craft an essay-style conclusion for your website. This will be found on a separate page and will wrap up your site and serve to explain why lessons from that time period are relevant today and how the novel serves as a gateway to that time period. So essentially, if you haven't picked up on this yet, your website is going to be like an interactive essay. So as a group, you'll be creating an introduction to your website that will include a thesis, just like you were writing an essay. On your individual page, you will create a body paragraph that will synthesize your historical fiction novel with the historical sources that you find in order to prove how closely it reflects the time period that it represents. And then as a group, you will create a conclusion for your essay website as well. So that should help you with the formatting. In order to make it engaging, you'll add media, including pictures, images, and maybe music from the time period, as well as newspaper articles, journal entries, different things like that to create engagement, because I'm sure if you were to open a website and all it was text, you might not find that particularly engaging. So you want to make your website engaging for your audience when we present. Make sure that you go check the Unit 5 Historical Fiction Mythbuster website page for more information and many lessons to come. Check out some of our examples from last year.